Hi, welcome to another episode of CC Top Solutions. This one's always one of my favorites, Spring Carlisle. Instead of taking the Lincoln, this year we're bringing the Ramcharger. I've loaded it up. I haven't brought as much stuff. I didn't get a chance to put the hitch in it, but as you can see, we have, our equipment over here for filming, and we have our snacks. And then in the trunk, we have some parts for sale. And then the whole truck itself, I'm gonna list that for sale with a real high price tag, and who knows, maybe somebody else wants it more than I want it. You can see back here, we've got a couple carburetors, couple intakes, air cleaner, set of pistons and rods for 331 Windsor, some stuff like that to unload. We'll see what the weekend has. I'm also planning on buying all kinds of goodies there. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast. I'll check in with you periodically throughout the drive, and I'll see you at Carlisle. Well, we haven't gotten very far. We're still in New Jersey. This is a lot of fun. We're just stuck in traffic, that's all. It's to be expected. It's a Friday afternoon. Ramcharger running good. Oil pressure is holding pretty steady. It's at about 45 right now, but we're way above idle. At idle, it's probably around 20. Next time I check in with you guys, you know what? Have you guys ever seen the view going over Commodore Barry Bridge of the city of Philadelphia? Well, you're about to. Now we're really cooking. We're going about maybe 27 miles an hour up the Commodore Barry Bridge. We're flying. If you chop to your right though, you'll see the beautiful city of brotherly love. See it? Crystal clear. Actually, surprisingly clear considering how overcast it is today. Be able to stay behind this truck. I know I'm enjoying this drive. I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. We're crossing the Delaware River. We're coming down into Pennsylvania right now. For those of you who don't know the area, this is Chester. And that, you can kind of see it on the other side of the bridge. Down, like right in front of us, there's like a white stadium looking thing. That's where the soccer team plays. Down there you can see Marcus Hook power plant. And then all down here, you can see Chester. Not to be confused with Westchester. Chester not as nice. Well, we're cruising along pretty good. We've gone about 50 miles. We're deep into Pennsylvania at this point. I don't know exactly where we are, but we're on Route 926 westbound, and we've had our first breakdown. Unfortunately, our stereo has stopped working. Those of you who've been following along in some of the other videos, you've seen that the stereo's kind of come and gone every so often. I always thought that was the result of a loose wire someplace, but the way it's acting right now, it does not seem like a loose wire. It actually seems like the electrolytic capacitors inside the stereo have dried out. And when I turn it on, it works for a few seconds and then just shuts off. These things happen with age, no big deal. What a beautiful area this is. Oop, a little bumpy. I tell you what, you couldn't pay me to ride a bicycle on this road. What is this guy doing? Oh, at least he's only taking up half the lane, right? What a weirdo. Well, I've never been to this area of Pennsylvania, but it is absolutely stunning. I guarantee I could not afford to live here. I certainly appreciate the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It's great if you want to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. But sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey. And when that's the case, these back roads, I mean, look at how scenic this is. This is beautiful. Yeah, the horses are checking out the Ramcharger. No, I'm just kidding, but what a beautiful area. Lamborn Town Road. Yep, I don't know. I guess we're in Lamborn Town. Nice. Check this out over to our left. I don't know what this little complex is, but how cool would it be to drive the Ramcharger up it? Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what that little complex is. I think it's a landfill. How in New Jersey? What do we got here? Sakura Community Landfill and Recycling Center. Okay. Well, still, they should turn that into an off-roading center as well, because it would be fun to drive up and down those hills. Important driving safety tip. If you're driving behind somebody towing a camper, if you can't see their mirrors, they probably can't see you. It's kind of neat. We're driving through the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, which now that I'm looking at this, when I was a kid, my parents brought me here. I'm 99% sure my parents brought me here as a kid. Pretty cool. I completely forgot about that. So really, I'm taking a trip down memory lane. Take a look at that place. What a heck of a nice horse farm. I really don't know much about this area, but it sure is cool. Willow Run Veterinary Clinic. So I guess we're in Willow Run. Oh, Lancaster Harley Davidson. Alright, so I guess we're in Lancaster. Cool. Now we got a little bit of a natural car wash happening, and we're about to cross the Susquehanna River on this very scenic old bridge. Very cool. I don't know what this area is either, but pretty interesting. Looks to be pretty rich in history. Bootleg antiques. If I want to go antiquing, this would be a good time to do it. Oh, here's another antique shop right in front of us. Here we are crossing this beautiful bridge. It's not a better day for scenery, but whatever. Still very cool. What's even more interesting, the islands over here to the south of this bridge, there's properties on those. Like I could see houses and stuff on them when I was driving by them. I wonder how much it costs to live there. What a neat town. Tell me it wouldn't be awesome to sit there and overlook the river, have a drink or something. I'll have to look this area up. We just drove past something kind of cool. It's called Concours Furnace. Now we're on Riverview Drive. Pretty interesting. There's this river here that I'm driving past. Really nice area. I'm surprised that it's not really developed at all. I mean, it's just beautiful out here. I really put my faith into Google Maps here. We'll see where it's bringing me. Gut Road is what we just drove through, or we're on. Wow. Wow. So Google Maps has us off-roading a little bit, I guess. Okay. For 2 miles. Then we turn right. It says we turn right, and away go. I don't know if we're going to be able to turn right though. This looks pretty, like if we turn right, we're going to go into the water. I don't get it. See, these are the paths that you miss when you take the turnpike. Granted, this is slowing me down a little bit. I'm still going to get there in time for dinner though. It's all good. 33 miles to go. Wow, there's actually oncoming traffic on this road. Who would have thought? Well, all right, we finished up with that dirt road and we turned right, and that took us to what I think is a nuclear plant. It's definitely a power plant. I don't know. It's nuclear. Oh no, that would appear to be a coal plant, but pretty interesting. Wow. But now GPS, it can't find our signal. So I'm hoping we're going the right direction. We just passed through the town of Lisburn, Pennsylvania. Neat little town. Nice. They have like a mountain view inn right in the middle of town, which it looks like an Airbnb type of setup. very cool. And they also have, you know, whatever little stream or river or whatever, creek, running right through the center of town. So it's really nice, very scenic. We're only about 18 miles from Carlisle, so starting to see a lot of interesting things in people's driveways. We're basically here. We're just headed over to gate 3 so we can get into the fairgrounds. There's gate 1 right over there. Looks like town's hopping. Here we are, gate 3, headed in. Gonna take a time out from you while I talk to our bouncer friend here. All right, let's go to our spot. I don't know, I think he's gonna lose this game of chicken. Well, this is my row. There we go, I'm right next to that white Caprice on the left. Oh wow, actually on quite a bit of a slope here. Ah, it should be easy to just, actually this is gonna be really easy to park. I'm just gonna pull in and then back up. All right, there we go. Made it to Carlisle, 160 miles. Used half tank of gas. We'll do a little setup. I might actually back it up a little bit, put up a table. No, I don't want to put a table in front of it. I don't know, I'll figure out how I'm gonna set this up either later tonight or tomorrow. But we'll get all of our parts out for sale and we'll put some tags up on it so people know how much it costs and how to get a hold of me. We'll pop the hood so everyone can see the glory that is the big block. But for the time being, I'm gonna go meet up with my buddies. Well, here we are, 7 in the morning, Friday. Time to take the truck, move it out of this location and bring it to a high visibility spot so anybody who's actually interested in buying sees it and can get a hold of me. There's my tent, there's Ed. Sleeping right here in this field next to the freeway was not the best last night.
No, every time the truck went by.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I'm sure all the other fairgoers really like that when the trucks drive by at 3 in the morning and beep their horn. Very thoughtful. This is what it's like when you wake up to Carlisle. I should have come up with a catchy name for the truck, for the Ramcharger. Mudslinger. Built big block. Sounds pretty good. Sounds really good. It's got the same type of suspension stuff as me going on. Well, it's shaping up to be a beautiful day in Carlisle. It's probably getting to be about 7:30, maybe 8 in the morning. You can hear this Chevy van running over here. It sounds awesome. And we can see the Ramcharger right down there. Fancy. Ooh, I was wrong. It wasn't the van running. It was this Dodge Dart. This thing sounds great. Oh, the van's running too, but I think what we're hearing is Dodge.
Activities for the playing of our national anthem. And before our national anthem, we would like to recognize those guests returning internationally, especially those from Canada, for the first time since 2019 to the singing of Canada.
This next segment, I'm going to share with all of you a bunch of the vehicles and other small items that I saw that were for sale. Hopefully you enjoy them. Check this out, 4-barrel lamp, I think I can make one myself, but I thought that was awesome. This K5 Blazer has to be one of the nicest ones around. Unfortunately, I don't think it was for sale. This 53 Hot Rod had a Buick 425. I thought that was awesome, and I love those Anson Sprints. This 54 Ford just happened to be there. Pretty neat looking car. This C10 454, can't go wrong. Plus it's purple. That's awesome. This Impala, I've always kind of wanted an Impala. You know, 15 grand, pretty cool car. This, I don't know what car this was. I guess it was a 64 Chevelle, maybe a 65. Pretty sharp. 64 Corvair, my buddy, he loved it. You see him right there, smiling ear to ear. This 55 Bel Air, this thing was beautiful. I don't know when it was built, but it was spotless. The 65 Biscayne, he had "cool ain't cheap" written on the windshield. Now that's cool. The 65 Skylark, this thing looked awesome. Those wheels really made it. The 65 Vet, I've always loved those style Corvettes. The 66 Thunderbird, you know, these seem to be pretty reasonably priced, so I like them. This Nomad, I thought looked incredible, but I never did see it for sale. It must have been an auction car. This C10, anything with a 4-speed, now you're talking. This Galaxy, no drivetrain, so it's easy to put one in, but there was a lot of rust. This was a legitimate GT350, so that was really cool to look at, but I didn't want to get very close to it. This Comet drag car, I bet this thing's a blast to drive. I would have loved to have heard it. This Camaro, it was originally a 6-cylinder car, but it was just immaculate. I thought that was one of the best deals there. This Firebird, there was no price on it. I don't know if it had sold or what. This Corvette, this was originally something else altogether, and they made it that nice. Sounded incredible. This GTO, another one of the best deals there. That was all numbers matching, 35 grand. The Le Mans Sprint, the overhead cam 6-cylinder. I don't know, it's a 4-speed car, so it's fun, but I don't know how desirable they are. This 442 was absolutely beautiful. This 70 Charger RT, it looked awesome, but it was very rusty and 60 grand. This Mach 1, you can hear this one in the video. This one, the sound alone sells the car. Now, this Mach 1, I never did hear it, so I don't know, it probably sounds about the same as the other one. This Monte Carlo, this thing looked great. I did not get to hear it run, though. This Nova, this thing must be an animal. I mean, to have a 496 and a 4-speed, that's probably a blast. Good donut car. This Cutlass was beautiful. Don't know much about it, though. This C10, what is that color called? I forget the purple. Black Cherry. I love that color. Oh, we already looked at this Corvette. I guess we're looking at it twice. That's how good it sounded. This Mach 1, I thought looked like a really cool project car. This Plymouth Satellite, we talked with the owner, the guy in the gray shirt. He was super cool. This Camaro, ZZ4 crate engine, I thought that was awesome, but the rest of the body was pretty rough. This Camaro, well, that thing was pretty spotless. That's like a SEMA car right there. It was really nice. This Duster, I looked at it from a distance. It looked awesome from a distance. This Scamp, I looked at this up close. The engine looks as good as the body. I mean, it was beautiful. I thought this Corvette was one of the best deals there as far as a fun car to drive. You know, the 4-speed, and it worked 350. This Harley, this looked pretty neat to me, but, you know, I mean, it's not a V-twin. This Impala reminded me of the one they had on Gas Monkey. It looked kind of cool. This thing was a little blast from the past. 70s cruiser, the Vega wagon with the 4-cylinder, probably gets good mileage too. I thought this Corvette was one of the best deals there too. This Trans Am, this looked great. I would love to drive that. K10, the Chevy box trucks. I would say that was the most popular vehicle there. There was a ton of them. Oh, this was the only other Ramcharger there, and what I love is he also drove to Carlisle. So myself and he drove to Carlisle with our trucks. Pretty neat. This Camaro was beautiful. I love it. I love the color. This MGB was a little rusty, but priced to sell. I mean, 3 grand, that's a great deal. This Vet, I always loved the silver anniversary. Needed a lot of work though. It had a flat tire. This Caddy, I had a 77 DeVille. I loved it. I miss it. That one reminded me of it. This, I don't know what year this Ford was, but it was clean. It looked good. This Camaro, the owner was super cool. He started up for us, stuff like that. 4-speed, definitely fun car. 82 K10. There's a ton of them in this slideshow. A ton of them were at Carlisle. C15. I couldn't even tell you the difference by looking at these things, but I know K and C, 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. C is 2-wheel drive. 3500, the Sharp Truck. This K5 Blazer. The thing looked beautiful. It sounded like it was running kind of rich, but it sounded great. 84 K10, 4x4. It's beautiful. This looked like it was ready to go in the woods. It was really cool looking truck. Price changed drastically from Friday to Saturday. This Suburban was spotless. I actually half wondered if that was an old fire truck. This Seville was also spotless. I wondered if that had the 4100 V8. There was a couple of ATC 250Rs there. Those things are animals, you know, really cool bikes. This 86 El Camino, I love that the paint, you know, it just looked great. Another K5 Blazer. The fact that it had a 4-speed was really cool. 89 Corvette. I've had one 89 Corvette over the years. I love those. Fox Body Mustang 5-speed. They claimed it had 11,000 miles. I'm not sure, but it was a cool car. It was very clean. Buick Riata. That's a neat car. I've never driven one though. 92 Camaro. This one was fully restored, and it was beautiful. Probably one of the better bargains there. 95 Corvette. This was all original. This CB250, my buddy really looked at for a long time. He considered buying it. That was spotless. Ran like a champ. I think this was a golf cart, but it was stuck. It was stuck in the lawn there. I don't know what the story was. These two bikes looked awesome. You know, just a couple custom Harleys on the side on their own. This K10 and this, I guess it's a Coronet. I don't know. I didn't read the tag on it. Beautiful. Oh, I thought this ultralight, I thought this was so unique. You could convert that to like a little camper. Oh, and there's my Ramcharger along with Truck Alley. Those are all from North Carolina. I drove there though. Pretty cool. I just thought it was neat to park next to them and get the picture and see if there's any interest. What we have here is probably one of the most high performance machines of the show. You can see it has nice rack and pinion steering, death cart, 1000cc, 120 horsepower. This is a perfect example of going green. You know, this was probably in a junk motorcycle and they ended up putting together this high performance car instead. I love America. Well, here we are, Saturday evening, no, Friday evening. Things are winding down. This thing doesn't look like much, but man, it sounds awesome. Oh, they just shut it down. Boy, it sounded good though. Now here's a beautiful 1970 Mustang Mach 1 with 351 Cleveland, which I was just talking to the owner, a real cool guy, and real distinct sound to it. These Clevelands sound totally different from the Windsors. What an awesome car. Whew, beautiful Roadrunner right there. Don't know how much it costs, but if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Well, Ramcharger did not sell, and we are now going to have lunch and then depart. Saturday, we had a ton of fun. Everything went great. We ended up buying all kinds of extra stuff, which that's cool. You know, some of it's going on the Ramcharger. For example, I bought a KC Highlight light bar, and I also bought an intake for small block Ford, so all kinds of neat stuff. Carlisle was a major win. On the way home, I'll try and stop at that furnace so I can show you guys what that thing was, assuming Google brings me through the same path. We're on our drive home. We've just left the fairgrounds. We're on a road called Sunnyside Road. It is beautiful. We're basically driving down the side of a mountain right now. Speed limit is 45, so we're going a little less than the limit, but we're just absolutely enjoying the scenery. I mean, this is really nice. I guess I can pick up the pace a little bit here. Look at that beautiful log cabin. The view on the back of that home is amazing. What a cool road. I recommend it. It's like Pennsylvania's Tail of the Dragon. All right, we decided to stop, get some gas. Look how beautiful this area is. I don't know exactly what it is. It says Penn State Health. I think it says Hampton Medical Center. We're right near Route 81. Here we are gassing up. I have a feeling this is gonna hurt. $5 a gallon for premium. We'll figure out our gas mileage. I think I went 170 miles. So we'll see. It's definitely not gonna be cheap. Yep, 168 miles. Well, doesn't that just sting? Actually, I just did the math. It's really not that bad. Looks like we're getting about 9 miles to the gallon. feature where you avoid expressways, and it's really not that much slower than if I had taken the expressway. It's kind of interesting. This is definitely the way I want to spend my 9 miles to the gallon. We're on Route 11 right now. We're crossing a river. I don't know which river, but this looks pretty scenic. Wow, I wonder if that's Harrisburg. Wow, this is really scenic. How cool is that? Oh, look, check out that island out there. Oh, I would love to go out there and see what's there. Looks like a cool restaurant, marina maybe. This has us driving through Front Street, whatever city this is. Wow, this is so nice. I just passed a sign. This is Harrisburg, and that is the Susquehanna River. Very cool. Very scenic. Check out that train coming across the bridge. I could see that going over the river as I was driving through, but I couldn't grab the camera. You know, I was trying to focus on the road instead of the scenery, but wow. So picturesque. Someday I'll have to take a road trip or a weekend trip out to Harrisburg. We're still driving through Harrisburg, and this is a steel mill. It says Clifton. It is enormous. I tried to kind of get some video, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it very clearly, but just massive facility. I don't know if it's still active. I guess it is. It looks like it must be. That's incredible. Wow. Oh yeah, it's definitely still active. Cool. I guess if you guys are really interested in it, Google Maps it. Harrisburg International Airport. Wow, we're really getting quite the tour. Actually, I think we're going to drive right past the entrance to this place. Yeah, plant entrance. I guess that's how you get to 3 Mile Island. Wow. Thank you, Google. This is awesome. Excellent. Excellente, as I like to say. How cool is that? I suspect that that's the coal plant that we drove past on the way here, but I'm not sure. And I have no idea why this is not taking us the same route home that it took us here, but whatever. That's probably the place. Do you guys see that up on top of that mountain over there on the right? I don't know what it is, but man, that looks awesome. Looks like a Bates Motel or something. Pretty cool. I'll figure it out and I'll let you guys know in post-production. We're on Spangler Highway, named after Egon. I think that's kind of funny. That guy 2 cars up from me, he's got his lifted truck, but he is trailering his. I'm driving mine. I think this is more fun. This is kind of interesting. So we're driving through Strasburg, Pennsylvania, which is a pretty large Amish and Menanite population. Check this out. We are sharing the roads with the horse and buggies. I feel like this is a no pass zone. Oh, I see. It's turning. Isn't that interesting? Wow. That's pretty wild. Very cool. Like some turn signals on that thing would have been nice though. Hey, here's that railroad museum again. I'm sure you guys remember it from the drive to Carlisle. Pretty interesting place that I went to when I was a kid. That's cool. Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. Very interesting. Check out how nice this city is. I think this might actually still be part of Strasburg, but I don't really know. It's a bit of a drive away, so whatever. Really cool town. Our little trip through Harrisburg kind of showed us the beautiful city environment. this little section of our journey is showing us the beautiful farm and country that Pennsylvania has to offer. I mean, this is just incredible. What a great day for a drive, and what an incredible route Google Maps has us on. Miles on 926 East. Can do. So we are in Chadds, Pennsylvania, driving on Route 1. This is one of the worst parts of the drive because the condition of this road is not great. So we get bounced around quite a bit. It's fun though. Good luck trying to drink a coffee while driving on this road though. Forget it. Can't tell, we're just about back to New Jersey. We're getting on the expressway. As you can see, it's much faster than the beautiful country roads we've been driving all day. We're gonna hop the Cumberland Bridge and we'll be home in, well, after this little fiasco, we'll be home in less than a half hour. Welcome to New Jersey. Wow, that's the Delaware River, for those of you who don't know. Looks pretty nice from up here. I think the city of Philadelphia dumps something like 18 billion gallons of raw sewage into that water every year. So before you go jet skiing on that, you should think about that. I have a funny feeling that if we can catch up to this car on the right, we might see something cool when his light turns green. He just pulled out of the gas station and he was doing some pretty fancy driving. He's definitely in a rush. Real close to home. I wanted to show you guys this though. Check out what that tornado that hit us last year did to the forest over here. Actually, it tore the houses up too, but the real surprising part is the deforestation. Look at that, right? Isn't that crazy? Mother Nature was angry that day. Well, that's it. We made it. We're home. Oh, there's the Lincoln right in the driveway. Woo, it's a sharp looking car. That was a lot of fun. I feel like everybody should go to Spring and Fall Carlisle. It's a great way to not only spend your spare money, but also your spare time. Well, once again, Carlisle was a total success. Pretty much the same thing that always happens happened. We ended up meeting a bunch of really cool people. We made real good friends with the guy Jim. I'm gonna put a link up to his YouTube channel and his buddy Brody. They bought the schoolhouse, awesome. They had really great car stories. Tons of fun hanging out with them. As far as the Ramcharger performance goes, it was great. 2 minor mechanical issues. The passenger side window stopped working and the stereo stopped working. I'll take care of both of those in my sleep. Don't worry about that. The good times that were had were shared with all. We really enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy watching this. I know I loved every bit of it, from the drives to and from Carlisle to the time spent there. I hope you enjoy watching all of it. I have to get to work editing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.